Nick King here in Southern Illinois again. I want to cover part 2 of fungicides and their plant health benefits in the corn crop. But first we have to understand crop physiology and the growth of these corn plants. So as the corn plant starts to germinate and emerge, we get this green tissue. This is photosynthetic tissue. We've also got good root growth development underground. Those roots are bringing in moisture, bringing in nutrients, and that is fueling photosynthesis of this green tissue. Photosynthesis is then going to produce sugars, which fuel the growth of this corn plant. This year, we have a few adverse conditions that may be affecting photosynthesis and sugar production in some fields. We've got root compaction in areas. We've also had pretty obvious drought stress through the month of June. So with limited root growth or limited moisture in the soil, we can't bring in as much moisture or as many nutrients to fuel photosynthesis, and in turn may not be producing as many sugars as the crop demands for growth. So what does that mean? Well, we got to pull from somewhere, right? Cut this stalk in half and look at it. You'll notice from the crown up to these first couple nodes, pretty clear, firm tissue. We can squeeze it, no give, a lot of turgor pressure there, a lot of moisture in that part of the stalk. As we move down, you notice that the texture starts to change a bit, and in the next inner node, significant difference, and this pithy tissue is really starting to resemble styrofoam, turning over to starchy material that the plant can use. In this stalk, we've got our vascular bundle, our xylem and our phloem. You notice that by those little straws that run up and down the stalk. In between that is this pithy tissue. It's very similar to the fat that we carry on our bodies to protect our organs. It's just in there to provide integrity and strength of stalk and keep those xylem and phloem in place so we can continue to move things up and down this plant. So when we limit our photosynthesis and sugar production in this plant, we have to get that energy from somewhere. It'd be very similar to us if we quit eating. Our bodies are going to start attacking our fat for energy in those tough times. So how does fungicide help with this, and how does it add plant health benefits? Fungicides have been shown to slow down respiration. That is, at night when the plant is trying to cool itself from the day, it uses sugars produced to do that. It needs to cool down and relax. That uses energy. And if we're not producing enough sugars during the day, we have to get that energy from somewhere. Normally targets the stalk. These starchy areas, it'll redirect it to fuel crop growth. Or if we got an ear being developed, we'll start shoving those sugars towards the ear and taking away from some of this fatty tissue inside of the stalk. Fungicides can relieve that stress, can slow down respiration, and preserve those sugars that were produced, allowing those to be used for crop growth and ear development. So a fungicide may be targeted for disease, but we do get some added benefits of plant health. If we can preserve that energy, we can preserve the plant going to attack these fat reserves inside of the stalk and essentially continue to have integrity all through the season. At tassel, it's normal to see some of this change over. Where we don't want to see that is in the early vegetative part of this crop, V8 to V12. That crop has gone through stress as well. Those root systems would have been a little bit smaller. Make sure you're monitoring this. A fungicide early can help alleviate some of that pressure should we continue to have some drought stress in Southern Illinois. So if you have any questions about, there's a fly on that camera. If you have any questions about fungicides and their plant health benefits, feel free to reach out to your local DSM or myself, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you.